Welcome everybody back. My I think we were a little bit stuck on there. Welcome everybody back here to your Carthage stream here. Today we have in the NECC week number 5, if I'm correct, and we have your Carthage red team up against the St. Auburn's Fighting
Ambrose.
Bees. Ambrose Fighting Bees.
Same Ambrose Fighting Bees. I'm your host, Peter Man, and I'm joined by Petey today, who is the captain of the Black team.
Yes, Carthage
Rocket
Black.
League Black team, who had a phenomenal game earlier tonight that unfortunately was not able to be casted because of the Valorant the time clash, basically.
Game, though.
But yeah, it was against NIU, and how'd that go?
Okay, to say the least, it was a very good match from us. Our first match, like within the series, was great. We were up a lot. We calmed great throughout the series. I thought like our passing plays is what really kind of stuck out, especially in game 1. I think it's what led to such a big lead on that team. But yeah, it was a great series. We wound up 3-0ing, and I need to move up in our record, so I'm just really happy about that. So.
I'm happy to hear that, and hopefully we can see that again coming from the red team. Now taking it away.
Yeah, now getting into it here for our red team, we have our usual suspects, Hoax, Vale, and Datsun. Hoax takes a quick shot to the corner. That's going to be blocked away. Let me figure out here what I'm going to call St. Ambrose's teams here. So we have Faceless. He's going to take the ball here in the Fennec, trying to bring it towards the middle. He's able to stay on that. Works it around 2, actually. Open net, but Hoax able to rotate back quick enough for that. Sap goes for 1, but that's hit around. Not going to be able to say that guy's name. Shoal. A little off on that. Little pop from Hoax, trying to bring it middle. Not quite able to. 2-man team. I'm not sure where our other Firebird was at. Easy putback for these guys. I'm not sure what happened on rotation here. Vale got stuck in that bump there on Sal, so it kind of forced him to be stuck rotating. I think our third man just probably moved up a little far or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like positioning was really something that we just kind of weren't there on for that one.
I saw a demo happen off screen, but that might have been on our third man. If it was, that makes much more sense. Hoax gets worked around by Faceless. Sap takes a very nice shot. I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of that play. I do that quite often. Beautiful shot.
That was a really
Look
at that.
Catches the defense off guard.
Yeah. But Vale was in position to try
and that's exactly what's difficult about it. You can be in position, but that'll catch you off guard any day of the week. Great 50 from Hoax. That's going to be right into Faceless. Going to be into his hands. Vale's looking to take this over. Onkers? Onksters. Faceless now taking a shot. Vale's going to answer that. He pops it high. No Firebird there to answer. Shalonkers is trying to bring that middle. That's hit away by Hoax. Hoax now popping for Datsun, who takes a shot. Faceless able to get up for that. Vale not following it. The St. Ambrose net is open. Vale not quite able to put it in there. Sap taking control. He pops his high. Datsun up, clears it to the corner. Hoax going to be there to answer. Same with Faceless. He wins the 50. On to Vale's hands. Trying to pass to Hoax. Gets a pop out to him. Hoax ended up working that around Vale just a little bit. Looking to work this middle. Hoax gets it around. Faceless. Datsun's up, but Sap able to clear that one to the corner. Schlonker's able to clear that one out to Sap, who stays with it. Datsun in the Firebirds corner here, looking to take control. Sap gets that around him, but no Fighting Bee over there to answer. Schlonker's gets a little 50 with Vale, who gets a nice clear over to the F. Hoax pops one over Sap. Low boost, they're not quite able to retain the control that he had. Schlonker's looking to bring this middle. Great patience by Vale there on the corner. Popped over. Great defense from Datsun. Firebirds being very patient in that. I would have liked to see one of them go out there for a 50. Sap. Ooh, Sap almost had a great clear, but fantastic demo by Vale. Hoax had a shot, but that was 50 with Schlonkers. Datsun not quite able to get up before Faceless. I'm not sure if Faceless was just in much better position here. They both came off the ground. Tough beat. You just got him up. You just got up a little bit quicker there.
You know, and it goes, I think for that, it was just, we had too much aggression on their side and nobody was able to rotate back. And you need to always have somebody ready to get back to the goal in a moment's notice.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think positioning right there is the reason why Datsun, was beat on that. But just as I'm talking, we love to see this. Vale gets a quick one off of Hoax pass here.
That was a great shot. That was a great setup there by Hoax as well.
Yeah, minor mess up from Faceless. It looks like he tried to hit it to the corner, but wound up going off the goalpost, and Vale was just too well positioned there. 3-1 in the game here. Fighting Bees leading. It's going to be right into their hands off the kickoff. Hoax get worked around, but that's unable to get a fantastic play off the backboard. Hoax working it to Vale now. Hoax probably going to stay on this. Gets 50'd. Sap, great 50s from him, working that around 2 Firebirds. Dadson stopping that one at midfield, trying to give his team some time to rotate back here. Vale bumps one. Hoax is going to take control of that. Sap able to pop it above our net. Dadson now taking control. Looks like he's got plenty of boost. Even better 50 from him. Vale looking to center, takes a shot, was just wide. Beautiful pass. I would like to think that was a pass. Beautiful play from these guys. Vale gets up. Vale gets up in a nice spot there, just above the corner there. Folks able to come in there and finish that. Really
that was beautiful to see.
Yeah, great placement from all those guys. 2-3. I like the march that we're seeing from our Firebirds. These guys are coming back. Dadson looking to take some control, tries to be more patient. Beautiful workaround though. Beautiful workaround. That mind game from him. That mind game, beautiful. This little stop and go here, you have to assume he's going to boot it right there, and that's exactly what Faceless thought was going to happen. Just easy drop down. Vale was there to put it away.
That was a beautiful play because all 3 of our players were, helping each other out, passing each other out, working together. That's exactly what we want to see in these plays.
Of course, when you have players like these guys that are so capable of so much, when you put the 3 of them on a play together and they're really all working, I mean, the symmetry or I messed up the word, but the chemistry with these guys can be very powerful for sure. All very capable players. Vale nearly sneaks one in. Looks like the Fighting Bees getting a little passive, kind of staying in their back half of the field. Seeing a lot of them on the back wall instead of necessarily going out there for a 50. Firebirds, great job keeping high pressure on these guys. Vale caught up there a little close. Hoax able to turn around on that push by Faceless. Stop that mid-court. Goes for a 50. That's worked around by Sap though. Going to be played into our Firebirds' hands. Faceless tries to go for a little 50. Winds up getting that out to Sap a little easier. Pops one to our corner, but Hoax is there well positioned. He works it around 1. Datsun was trying to get back, wound up flipping into that. Very unfortunate. Vale and Hoax on the wall together here. Trying to piggyback off of one another. Hoax goes for a 50, but gets... Honestly, it doesn't go in his favor. Datsun now taking control here. Faceless pops us up middle. Kind of a stalemate here, but I think we're starting to see some difference. Great flip reset 50 there from Datsun. Showing off some really nice mechanics there. Hoax keeping this contained. Vale trying to beat Faceless, but just couldn't quite get there. Datsun low boost, makes it work, gets it middle. That's going to be on the net. Close. Very good save from Sap there. Double commit from the Fighting Bees there. Firebirds definitely have these guys on their heels there. I would like to think we can make it out of here with game 1 with a win with your Carthage. Very good game here. A little bit of minor miscommunication. These players are very close together here. Vale just going for a solid 50. I would too. Nice.
We don't see overtime that often with this team, so this is something I'm excited for.
Tensions are high. The nerves are pumping for sure. I know our Carthage red team. These guys have been warming up for quite some time. Nice pass from Datsun to Hoax. Hoax not quite able to get the power that he needed on that. Schlonkers works that one around Vale. That's going to go up for the Carthage red team there. Hoax has a nice shot. Even better save by Schlonkers and Snap though. Datsun trying to get a 50 and slow this ball down as much as he can for his teammates. Sap plenty of boost, trying to keep it out of our Firebirds' hands. Hoax now popping this. Looks very healthy on boost count. Over Faceless. He's in the corner. Centers it. No Firebird there to answer though. My gosh, what a pass by him. Vale low boost here, sees Firebird, or sees Hoax there in the middle. Tries to take a shot, just not quite able to get the power. Flonkers clears that one out. That's met by Vale. Faceless now 50 in this. Hoax passing this to Datsun, who takes a shot just around him. Just around him. What a march back by the Firebirds. I'm sorry, we are down 3 goals. We were down 3 goals. What a march.
Great. That was great. That was just a great play. I think at that point, everybody was really low on boost, but we had some in our reserves, and I'm sure communication was there. It really showed. I'll say this: there was no way that happened accidentally because it was it looked so coordinated. So if it did happen accidentally, oh boy.
No, that definitely was a play. whoever had passed, I think it was either Hoax or Vale, but you saw them go right for the demo on that goalie, and I think that's why that goalie was a little bit out of the way. That's unable to sneak that one in there. It was a great play from our Firebirds.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a slower start from these guys, but it was nice to see them come out towards the end of the game here, really show some dominance. I think, you know, we could be the faster team in this series. It seemed as if, you know, when our pressure's high, St. Ambrose has a really hard time of getting it out of their half.
I agree. And if you look, we have, it looks like Carthage having 7 more shots on goal alone by Hoax.
Yeah.
Vale and Datsun having 3 shots on goal, whereas St. Ambrose, Faceless, and Sap only having 3 shots themselves, and Schlonkers having none. So St. Ambrose having a total of 6, Carthage having 13. Like that just shows the difference in aggression we had there. That being said, St. Ambrose had some really, really good blocks, some really good defense. But like you said, I think when we had that pressure, we kept getting those shots in that just kind of overwhelmed them. And,
100%.
you know, they would block one shot, but that would cause them to be out of position. And then the Firebirds would come in and shoot for the goal.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would like to think that these Firebirds recognize the fact that when we got pressure high, this team has some trouble. Great bump by him. That was textbook. We just had Hoax had gotten demoed there by Faceless. That was a great off-screen demo from him. Hoax now popping this one up for Datsun. Sap able to get that one. That's going to fall right in front of our net. Faceless goes up, gets a shot. Oh, I thought we got that in time. Good shot there from Faceless. Way to read that ball coming straight down off the corner. Hoax did everything he could have, as well as Vale. Just great placement from Faceless. That's a good shot, hard to hit.
I think for that was, I think Vale might have kind of been a little bit too confident in Datsun blocking that, and you need that perfect level of confidence in your teammate where it's not too confident, being prepared to save the shot if it fails, and also being confident enough that, okay, I can do something else.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, when you talk about, you know, trust, and when you have players that are as capable as these guys, when they call it or when they're going, you have to trust that they're going to do everything right. You know, there's not going to be that many mess ups. When you're playing at this type of level, there really isn't that much room for error. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got so involved in the game. I was immersed. My bad. Hoax gets a couple off-screen demos. Datsun. Hoax ended up getting demoed by Sap. Datsun now clear this one out to the corner. Vale nearly tries to work this one around. Face was causing some great pressure on our Firebirds though. Sap working that around Vale. Goes for a demo. Datsun unable to dodge that. Now in Vale's hands. Popped by Schlonkers, who goes for a nice aerial flick. Just Datsun caught him sleeping there. Good shot from Schlonkers.
I think it almost felt like he was sleeping in a actual positive moment here, you know, not completely insulting him, but it looked like he was sleeping. He was just not expecting that, and all of a sudden he just saw the boost coming out and he's like, oh no, and tried their best. Yeah. You know,
I think he was expecting more of an air dribble, and the flick that the power that Schlonkers got on that was just totally unexpected for him. Oh, goes for a 50 on Sap, nearly gets that. Oh my, okay, that was a very tough play. Whoever was up for our Firebirds, I believe Hoax, you had to trust, and that's where we talk about Datsun here, banked off of Hoax hitting that, although I would like to think that Datsun was in a tough position to follow that ball initially. Honestly, tough positioning from our Firebirds. These guys can definitely clean that up, and like we saw last game, I think it's very bring back. We can definitely come back in this.
I'm hoping.
Well, right to him, he gets a pop. Sap pre-jumping that like crazy. Hoax looking to bring this one mid, gets a great initial touch. He's low boost, works it out mid as far as he could. Faces had a great stop on that though. Datsun now trying to take some control. Hoax with a fantastic off-screen demo. Faceless just able to rotate in time there. Sap now popping this, goes for a 50 on Hoax, but Hoax has an even better save. Flonkers pops that one middle. Datsun and Hoax all over that. Vale, absolutely magnificent save from him. Firebird showing some great defensive rotation right now. Vale popping this one out. Schlonkers looking to keep pressure on the Firebirds half. Datsun, great 50. And I mean, the pressure that we just had there, if you're the Firebirds, was a lot. That defensive, that was coming in high. And for us to just be able to transition that down there very swiftly, that's not easy to do. I really like what I'm seeing here. 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock here. Just around both the Firebirds. Vale's probably going to stick with this in the corner. He is able to. He's going to be met by, wasn't able to see which fighting B player that was. Sap now looking to pop. He does Trying to find Schlonkers on the side. He does. Schlonkers goes for a double. He's nearly off on that. Faceless tries to shoot. Hulk's able to rotate just a little bit quicker now. Firebirds recognizing one was back. Looks like Hulk's wanted to go for that demo initially. Ball's kind of in a standstill here. Sap able to clear that one out past our Firebird. It's going to be met by Hulk's though, who sends that right back over to the St. Ambrose half. Hulk's raid 50 from him almost brings that middle. Sap playing very patiently on the corner. Vale now moving this up. He goes for a double, but Faceless able to clear that one out. Demo on Datsun, but he had a great touch before. Sap had a mistouch, or I apologize, that was Shalonker had a mistouch in the middle here. Firebirds almost could have capitalized. Sap clears this one out to the corner. He's going to be met by Vale, who does a great job of blocking him, but I'm not quite sure how that wasn't a demo. That's unable to take control. Pops over one. Looks like Hulks was expecting him to be able to keep going with that for a little longer. Vale able to keep pressure. He passes out to Hulks. Hulks passes to Datsun. Datsun takes a shot, but Schlonkers, again, very patient on the corner. You know, I think something that's very common with this St. Ambrose team is when they are down, or not down, I mean when they are on defense, their strategy is as patient as possible. As patient as possible, and you know, you go for very safe hits, and right now our Firebirds are having a difficult time working through that. Folks didn't like that initial touch. He's up again, looking to pop. That gets hit around by Faceless. Missed opportunity there from Sap to put St. Ambrose ahead by 4. Folks and Datsun here in the corner. Faceless now trying to 50 this, keep it on their Firebirds half. The pressure by St. Ambrose here this game has been immense as far as their offensive pressure. When these guys have it on the offense, they're staying for a little bit, and when they're here, and their presence is known for sure. Datsun looking to get one off the corner, has plenty of position and boost, nearly had that. Schlonker's great save from him. Folks called for Vale there. He's going to try to bring that middle, but he's going to be met by Sap. So I'm looking to pop this here. Not too much is going to happen. Sap might get a last second goal. That's pop. Ball still in play here. Looks like these guys aren't done yet. Firebirds kill it.
You know, I think the Firebirds had that aggression there. St. Ambrose definitely coming back with some more aggression. And I think, honestly, it was a lot of that positioning. A lot of those overcommits.
Yep.
And also, a lot of times just, we weren't feeling boost. You know, there were so many plays where the Firebirds were on it, like almost near one of those full boost pads.
Okay.
And some St. Ambrose player, you know, came in and swooped in and got it. And you know, suddenly we have no boost in our tank. We need to be really watching. I think that's something that is so important, is if you can drain the other team's boost and you have consistently full boost, even if you don't need that full boost, this could be very controversial. And with my low-level Rocket League knowledge,
the boost game is important.
If you have, let's say, 50 boost, okay, maybe it's if the ball is on your side, you know, the rest of St. Ambrose is right there. Maybe it's not a bad idea to steal that full boost pad. Because yes, you're only getting 50 out of 100 out of it, right, but you're ensuring that that St. Ambrose player does not have that opportunity to get that full boost, and suddenly you have enough boost to push them to the other side.
No, definitely. I mean, on times that you can rob hundreds and it doesn't at all inflict on your team's performance, I am a huge fan of that play. Starve the other team until they can't play. Make them pick up those mini pads that are only worth 12. If you can do that, you know, you're gonna definitely make the other team struggle. Going back to what you were saying though, in regards to positioning, I think that is solely why our Firebirds lost game 2. More often than not, we're seeing these guys right up next to each other, and although that is a favorable way to play at times, it's happening too often. It's in situations where it shouldn't be, like a simple boom. We do not need to have 2 players near that. Hoax now though, trying to take some control towards the middle. Didn't really get the catch he wanted to. That was passed right to Schlong. And Faceless now trying to pass with 0 boost. Couldn't really get the pop he needed. Sap on the wall. He's going to put a shot on net. Vale able to get there in time. Beautiful rotation from him. Hoax, minor miscommunication by these guys. Vale not quite able to get to that. Hoax, great pinch with Faceless there. It's going to send that down to the St. Ambrose half. Sap pops that up. A minor double commit by our Firebirds, though. I would like to hear them call that out. Beautiful shot from Hoax, though. Beautiful shot.
That was phenomenal.
Beautiful shot.
Phenomenal to see that play.
Love to see those types of mechanics there. The arrow roll from him. Great job to stay in front of that ball. Easy shot from him. 1-0, game number 3. We have the series tied 1-1. This is quite a competitive series, I must say. This does not feel one-sided at all. Vale now looking to take some control. He's worked around by Schlonkers, who gets around Datsun as well, but no St. Ambrose player there to answer that pass. Oaks will hit that now in Vale's hands. Tries to pop, not quite able to get it. Vale gets a fantastic 50. Datsun not able to read that bounce off the top. Oaks, great 50 from him. We'd like to see our Firebirds hold some really good pressure here right now. Datsun, great shot from him. Hoax tries to help that. Open net, Vale takes a shot, just met by Schlonkers in time. Datsun not quite able to read that wall read. One of the hardest things to do in Rocket League, if you ask me. Hoax well positioned for that double commit, but even better save from Schlonkers, who pops that up for Faceless, able to get around Datsun just barely. Hoax takes a shot now, Sap able to clear that. Great rotations from both teams here. Yep, even better, better play from Hoax. Even better plays from Hoax. Are you kidding? Let's see the off-screen bump. There's one, there's two. Absolute annihilation.
Wow.
Absolute annihilation. Great play from him. Great play from him.
Those plays before, I'm like, they're St. Ambrose always having somebody in the goal. And I saw, as the ball was going to the goal, I'm like, there's nobody in the goal. There's nobody in the goal.
Great plays from Hoax. 36 boost from him. He's going to probably try to tap out middle. He is able to. Vale puts that one on. Now, Hoax still moving down the field despite low boost. Able to grab their corner. Datsun looking to take. Not quite able to get the 50 he wanted. Vale was, though. Hoax taking some control in the corner. Datsun popping this out now. Doesn't look like any Firebird there to follow. Schlonkers push that one high, but he's low boost. Stab takes a shot above our net, but we have 2 Firebirds there. Hoax looking to clear this out. Datsun caught out of position there.
That one was just solid positioning on our part. I think we were too focused on the ball and not of, I need a goal.
He's in a 50-50 decision there where when Hoax clears that to the corner, Datsun either has to stay in the net back post or he has to meet that ball when it comes down at the 50. And he was just caught kind of right in the middle of the two. It doesn't seem like he fully committed to either of the decisions. Faceless not able to keep control. Looks like Vale expected him to. Hoax now trying to get this around Sap. Not quite able to, but Vale helps that out. Sap up top looking to pass down. He does, I think. Schlonkers takes a shot, but that's way high. This ball is pinballing up and down at the moment. Datsun popping this for his teammate. Looks like Vale had a minor backflip. That's a misplay from them. Oh, wow. Vale spawned right on the ball. Hoax now taking control, looking for a flick, does get one. Vale takes a shot. That was almost a really nice fake from Vale. You saw he turned into that and then just last second decided to not hit that. That would have been fantastic had it worked. Hoax looking to pop. He's met by Schlonkers though. Sap up, but Vale able to answer that. Schlonkers trying to get this one to middle. It's going to be cleared out by Phil, who's Faceless now takes control, but Datsun meets him, looking to stay on the ball, which he does. He's about to get demoed. Oh, what a dodge from him. No Firebird there. Thank God Phil rotated back. St. Ambrose giving us a run for our money on the offensive pressure. Definitely our Firebirds are having a much harder time clearing it out of their half. A lot of double commits though. We talked about trust earlier. There definitely has to be a high level of trust when you're trying to work out of a defensive rotation. More than even an offensive rotation. I think your trust on defense has to be so high. Great shot! Wow. Failed the placement on this guy. What a shot!
I was not expecting that to be a goal.
That tries to put out a very awkward clear, and Vale just read that.
Yeah. Faceless getting really close to blocking it, but I don't think just not angled properly. It was a little bit to the right
no, it's a
of
very
the
tough
ball.
Position from where he was coming from, for sure. Let's see here. Face was trying to work around Datsun, not quite able to. Hoax answers to that beautifully, though. 34 boost. He's going to try to rush this center, which he does. Gets a pop off, but Vale not quite able to answer that. Datsun clears out middle. No Firebird was ready for that, though. Vale, great answer from him. He hits this to the side. Hoax looking to clear to the other corner. That'll fall right into Datsun's hands. Minor miscatch from him. Sap able to work that one middle. That 50 by Vale couldn't have been better. Blonkers, great play from him to work that around 2 of our Firebirds. Datsun clears out the Hoax. Hoax is going to be able to read this for the double. I'm calling it. Wow, what a save by Faceless. I thought that was in for sure.
That would have been a great shot had Faceless not been there.
Dadson, fantastic clear from him. He's got plenty of boost to stay controlled with it. Oh, Vale looking to get one more goal. These guys are not done yet. Centers out. Dadson trying to answer. Gets a 50 with Faceless.
Vale was like, no, it's not over yet.
Oh, the game ain't over until Vale says
Oh,
it's over.
no, wow. 2-1 lead right now for the Firebirds. This is something the Firebirds Red don't see that often. That being said, there's so many times where we're ahead and we will lose that, match point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these types of games, I would like to say that there is a ton of skill involved, but, to an extent, there is some 50-50. There's a little bit of stuff that happens that you can't always prepare for. A lot of Rocket League is so situational.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just really I could tell towards the end of our game, positioning was a little bit better, but we're still seeing so many times, and it's especially on defense, where, like we talked about, trust has to be so high, and, more often than not, we're seeing a double commit when they try to clear it, and it hinders them so bad because, when you clear it, you don't have another person at mid-court to anticipate that and send it really far down the other half or get it in a spot. It does slow down their transition at times. I would like to see that minor, improvement from them, and I think these guys would be lights out.
I think putting it this way is you need to trust your teammate
100%
enough to say, okay, you have that ball. You're going to try and get a shot
exactly.
on that ball.
You have to trust
but
them
you
to
need
play
to
off
not
the
trust them to the point of, okay, there's a good chance that they're going to miss this shot, so I need to be ready to position. Right. So you need that confidence, but distrust. It's funny because it's the direct opposite of what one would expect.
No,
but you need that. You need that confidence.
As third man, like when you have it goes by like first is obviously first on the ball. When you're the third man, you have to have the mindset that you're kind of talking about, where it's like you trust them, but you still got to be there just in case. You're your last man. But it's like when you're first or second man, especially clearing these balls like the way they are, you have to put 100% trust in the fact that you're going to be down the field because you know where the ball is going to be at. So, that's the type of transition that will really put these guys ahead of a lot of these other opponents. That's some great 50 from him with Faces on the corner here. No St. Ambrose B there to answer. Schlonker does work that one around Vale. He goes for another hit, tries to center that. Host all over that though. Faceless popping this one middle. No Fighting B there to answer. Dadson passes the Hoax. Hoax didn't quite get that initial first touch he was looking for off the wall. Faceless getting a nice off-screen demo by Dadson. Dadson kind of in an awkward spot. Hoax able to rotate very well for that. Faceless, plenty of boost, looking to keep a lot of pressure, but gets worked around very simply by Dadson. Faceless centering that. No Fighting B there to answer. Had Sap turned around. Schlonkers puts one on. Just off. Hoax able to clear that. My apologies. Faceless gets into a bit of a tussle with Vale, who winds up winning that. Sap. Plenty of boost. Looking to take control. Make some distance towards the Firebirds half of the field. Not quite able to, though. Faceless looking to clear this out. He's going to be helped by Schlonkers. Sap is going to step in now. Hoax able to clear this. Dadson up and active. Great 50 from Schlonkers to keep that on our Firebirds half. Vale not quite able to get the clear he wanted, but fell on it perfectly. Sap right over to Hoax. Bit of a stalemate here from both of these teams. Hoax finally finds a breakaway. Close shot from him. Oh, not the best save from Faceless. Nearly resulted in a goal. Dadson plenty of boost and on the wall. I know he's comfortable up here. Passes the Hoax. Beautiful play from the two of them. Nearly get a quick one. Schlonkers clears that one out to the corner, but they're low boost. Firebirds are doing a fantastic job of picking up those little hundreds right there, starving St. Ambrose when they can. Vale taking control, gets met immediately by Schlonkers. Hoax tries to pass that one down. Looks like Vale tried to go more to the left than back there. Just didn't quite get the pass he was looking for. Vale centers it, but no Firebird there. Oh, what a shot from Hoax, though. The 50. Oh, I thought that was in. Hoax, great demo on Sap there. Dadson nearly pinching middle. Vale nor Hoax both didn't want to go up for that. Didn't like the way that was going. Vale, great pop from him. He's low boost, centers out to Hoax. Hoax jumps up, easily working around Schlonkers. Schlonkers now bringing it back down the other field, as I said that. Putting that top. Wow, what a shot from him.
I think for that, it was once again just kind of like that positioning. You know, nobody was in the goal. Hoax was trying to get there, but nobody else from the team was there, despite Hoax already being on the ball. And also, I think the Firebirds really need to work on some of these demos. Like, we're not seeing some demos when they're very important. When we're on that offense, we need to start relieving some of this pressure.
Demos in rotation are probably one of the most detrimental things you can do at a rank like this, because I mean, you're talking about taking some of the most capable players in Rocket League out of the match for 10 seconds. It's a big deal. You know, but on the Firebirds, Dadson particularly is actually very, very good at demoing. I would definitely like to see him come out, but what a... I was just watching...
I looked at you before the ball even went in the goal. I'm like, are you seeing that?
Beautiful pass from Dadson. Hoax was all over that. The chemistry on these two guys was amazing right there. Like, such a readable play. It seemed like they drew that up. Absolutely simple passing from those guys. Beautiful play from Firebirds.
Firebirds are really going to need to keep this up, though.
Definitely, because you can tell right here, these... Fighting Ambrose, the Fighting Bees are not to be messed with. These guys definitely, when you give them some time and you give them a little bit of boost, the pressure that they can exert on offense is quite deadly. Hoax, great 50 from Schlonkers. Vale now able to take control with this, works it around Faceless. Firebirds winning a little bit more of those 1v1 encounters. We're working it past the first defender a little easier. Vale looking to take control, met by Faceless, like once again though, able to work it around him. That pops this up, but doesn't have any boost to stay with it. Looks like he was trying to pass the Faceless, but that's going to be shut down by Vale. Flonkers now takes control, tries to boom this up ahead. Hoax is all over that. Fantastic play from him. Oh my gosh, the 50 and the bump. St. Ambrose could have just been up by one there, missed an open net opportunity. Sap popping this one above our net. Hoax not allowing anything to happen there, clearing that one immediately. Vale sitting on the back wall, great positioning from him. Faceless now trying to center. He was nearly on for that double. I thought he had it. Vale tries to clear that one out to the corner. He gets worked around. Dadson answering this now. Popped it. Vale is up now. Looking to take control. Not quite able to fall on that again to get a better shot. Dadson looking to read off the corner. Nearly does. Oh, I love this. I love this. We're about to see an OT. I love this. Sloppy, but almost worked there for the St. Ambrose team. Nearly trying to hit that into each other. Faceless Khan up immediately, not trying to give the Firebirds any easy shots. Schlonkers clearing that one out. Vale up and active. Sap looking to send that one down.
OT, match point for the Firebirds.
2-1 in the series. Very close game, 1-1. OT, here we go. Hoax trying to work that one around Faceless. Faceless gets a great 50 over Hoax, though. Vale now plenty of boost, looks very comfortable up in the air. Schlonker's able to clear that one out, though. Hoax and Dadson had a nice little play. Dadson pops that one up, tried to find a Firebird, but no Firebird there to answer at the moment. Vale looking to center. He does. Oh, nearly gets a shot over Sap. Schlonkers clears that one out. He's met by Hoax. Hoax probably looking to pop that one out. Here we go. Dadson up. Oh, what a great fake from Faceless if that's what we saw there. Dap clears that one out to the side. Vale thought about going for it, but he got called off. We're starting to see some more communication come out of these guys here. I like this. Weak 50 from Schlonkers. Hoax able to work it past him. Has an ungodly pop over Seth. Vale centers. Dadson takes off. Oh, beautiful. The pressure. The pressure.
Oh, that's a Firebirds win!
Pressure. Oh, yeah, it's a Firebirds
second win of the season for Firebirds Red.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. That was a phenomenal match.
The small game in front of the net, you know, like we talked about in the beginning of the series. St. Ambrose, they have a hard time. They get flustered, and I think they get overwhelmed, like you said.
You know, and they have a really good shot percentage on saving. Really good save percentage. But when if they can only save 70% of their shots. If you have 10 shots in 30 seconds, they're gonna have to give one up. Like it's something about that when you keep applying that pressure over and over again, they're gonna be forced out of position. And there we go. That is exactly what we saw. That was a phenomenal match. Now losing round 2 though, definitely down to positioning, but I think we really worked on that in those next rounds.
Even like in the start, like we went down 0-3 in the first game. You know, these guys, it definitely seems like they just came out a little slower, and it took them a couple matches to really adjust and like start rotating a little better. I would have liked to see some better positioning throughout the series, but I think in game 4 they ultimately cleaned up a lot of it, and that's why they were able to get ahead there.
Oh, I agree. Now we are not done for Rocket League tonight. We are done for this match Unfortunately, but we will be back at 7 p.m. for Firebirds white team playing up against Upper Iowa University Peacocks in Rocket League once again. So we will catch you in about 20 minutes for that. So go grab a snack, get some popcorn. We'll be back in shortly. We'll be back in a bit. I'll see you later.